All right, welcome back, everybody. We're about to begin a new weekend playthrough. Doing a strength only build. Okay, audio's good. All right, so here we go. We got this guy here, Tank 26. I wanted to make a big fat character, but apparently you can't do that. Anyways, so we're starting out as the wretch. I like to customize my builds. I don't really, you know, I mean, this is kind of where I'm at these days. I mean, obviously there are uh, some circumstances like, if I want to like do a katana build, I'll go with the samurai class. If I'm doing like a strength faith hybrid, I tend to start with the confessor. Um, or if I'm doing a intelligence build, I'll start with like the prisoner or the astrologer. But for the most part, I like to start with the wretch. I like to allocate my own stats. I don't like to have that done for me. And this gives you the ability to just feed into one stat, like especially if you're doing a strength build. All the strength weapons are pretty much like level like 28 and above strength. So you need to feed into that stat like pretty early on. So that's why I like the wretch, especially for like pure builds, like if you're doing pure strength or pure faith or pure arcane. Now we are going to be feeding into faith by 25, just so we can use golden vow and flame grant me strength as buffs. But other than that, we're going to be shooting for 80 strength and above. Keepsake never changes for me. It's always the golden seed. And we're basically done here. So this big Viking looking dude is going to be our build. And let's go.
The fallen leaves.
Alright, so let's just see how overpowered we can make strength in 1 hour. I bet we could make a pretty dominant build. There we go. Now that that's out of the way. So I kind of have like a early game weapon that we're going to use and then like a later game weapon. We might have like several weapons on the go. Who knows? Let's see where this takes us. Alright, so right out of the bat, we'll just grab this gray site, talk to White Mask Vare here.
Oh, you come to the... Of course you... Unfortunately, without guy you are fate. Luckily, are you familiar? You may all that. It will lead even if... Grace to Castle Storm... The home of... It's time to Castle Stormvale. If you see...
Alright, thanks there, Chief. Oh, I didn't think that skull was glowing. Alright, we'll talk to Kale here.
I can also that you're not then. Why not? I am Kale. I am selling where the land has its only time. Let's say. You know, you should buy us a crafting essential. The kit costs are the import. Goodbye for now.
Alright, on we go. We're gonna just go to the Grace site up here to get our horse, and then we're gonna basically cruise around and try to pick up gold runes to level up with. Alright, so we're going to meet Melina for the first time, talk to her, get our pony, and then be on our way.
Have they, sir? But you, I can play turning to aid you. You need it to the foot. Then it's settled. Summon me. Ah, I bequeath. Use it. It will summon a spectral torrent. Treat him with respect.
Alright, we got to equip that right off the bat. Alright, so we've already got a piece of the map. Down here we're going to get the wet blade, and then we're going to grab the Ash of War over here. Just Storm Stomp, pretty mid, honestly. Actually, it sucks. Alright, so we got the golden seed, then we're going to take a hard right here. Hit this up. Grabs 3 smithing stone 1s. And then jump up here. Grab this grace site. Then we're going to grab this item, which is a stone sword key, and then we're going to talk to Roderica over here.
Everyone who came. Only to have that, did you know? It's quite a lot. You're all on your own and heading to Stormvale Camp. Enticed by that, but I don't have. It's scary. I want to be like, I'm nothing but a craven. Oh, I know. Can you take the poor thing, and it'll be glad. It was a pleasure. Oh, tell them I love them fine again.
Alright, so we've heard enough from her. Now what we're going to do is ride all the way up here. Past this big dummy. There we go. Now we've got the Strength Knot crystals here. That's something that's going to remain in the build for the rest of the game, so... Now we're going to head down this way. Hit up these coffins, get these gold runes. Just be careful, these guys explode. Hey, how about we stop being a dumbass and we just pick that up? Thank you. Alright. So now that we got those gold runes, we're going to head down here and grab us some smithing stones. So, the smithing stones are in that glowing statue. You just need to get one of these idiots to basically break the statue for you. There we go. Which she is now done. There we go. 5 smithing stone 1s, 1 smithing stone 2. Now we're going to go right over here. Pick up this site of grace, talk to Bernal.
Not seen you, but name's Bernard. Let me ask you something.
Are you here in the lands between to take? Does your faith in the guidance of grace hold firm, despite the honest such thought? There's nothing any interest. All I know now's that not floating your boat.
No, Bernal, you are not floating my boat, bro. Alright, so now we're going to creep up this cliff here. And we're going to fight this guy. Pick up the Ash of War Golden Vow. And then what I like to do early game is just stick that on a dagger so I can buff with it. Always run over those glowing skulls because they have a gold rune 1 in them. And if you're able to just forget about them for a while, they really do add up. Alright, we got a gold rune 3. And then over here we're going to pick up the Lance Talisman, which improve your attacks on horseback. Alright, now we're going to go begin Alexander's quest line.
Hello? Can you hear me? Oh, I at these. My thanks. Just give me a good smack from the rear with something nice and I'll pop. Don't dally. Give it your all, I say.
He wants me to give him a good smack with something big and hard from the rear. Read into that what you will.
Oh, that's... well, once again, I am beyond upon this. I'd heard doesn't...
Alright.
I'm to Redmane Castle.
Good for you. We're just not going to bother with Pumpkinhead there.
Oh, gee. Am I... You here as a custom?
promised he'd mind the village here and worse if you value the turn back.
All right. Where did he go? Oh my god. Okay. That just sucks because I burned through my exalted flesh and barely got to use it. Ooh. All right, Big D, talk to me.
How would, if you're inclined, then I'll introduce. I have a matter in the beast himself. What say you? Very well. I've marked the look. It will lead you.
Alright, so we're going to use the stone sword key we picked up at the Stormvale Shack. We're going to head in here and grab the green turtle talisman. There we go. While we're in these ruins here, we're gonna go pick up this over here, which is a gold rune 4. Rebecca, how are you? Well, that's good to hear. You caught the stream pretty early on. I'm going to try my best to get some armor as soon as possible. My sincerest apologies for anyone watching that they have to look at my character's hairy ass. I don't even know why I'm getting Sacred Blade. I'm not doing a faith build and I'm not going to use a sword, so... Alright, so here we go, Third Church America. Grab the Wondrous Physic. Sacred Tier. We'll rest here so we can equip the Wondrous Physic.
Forgive me. To determine if you had... It seems torrent, whereas there is, but I can take gathering plate.
We're gonna deny her offer there. And then we're gonna go straight into Caelid. Sweet. And we'll just swap that out. Alright. So, first things first, we'll grab this grace site. Oh, I didn't mean to rest. Okay. Well, what we'll do is we'll mix the wondrous physics, since I forgot when Melina rudely interrupted us. Alright. And that's a hard pass on fighting Grail right now. But what we are going to do is turn off to the left here. Alright. Grab this gray site here. And we'll grab the memory stone that's in this tower real quick. We're not going to need a lot of memory stones. We'll probably only need about 5 slots in this game total. 2 for our buffs, 1 for Gold Vow, and 1 for Gold Vow, 1 for Flame Grant Me Strength. Need another one for Flame Cleanse Me, and then we'll probably just use another one for weapon buffs, and that'll be that. We are going to do this rune farm about 4 or 5 times. And basically how it works, for people who don't know, you just let that boulder roll off the cliff once it spawns. And when it rolls off the cliff, you get just shy of 2,000 runes. And then you just go back and rest at this grace site. And then it resets the whole thing. I'm going to get bored of this real quick. I'm already pretty bored of it, so like I said, I'll probably only do this about 4 or 5 times. Alright, that's enough. So now, what we're going to do, we're going to head back to our third Church of Berica Site of Grace. get on our pony and start making our way towards this Erd tree here, the minor Erd tree. It always feels weird going back to Elden Ring from Night Rain. I've been playing Night Rain all week. Solo Deep of Night Depth 2 runs. And Depth 2 has been handing me my ass. I'm not gonna lie. Not doing so well with it. Alright, so we're going to head up towards the third tree here. There are more tiers for the Wondrous Physic. There we go. There's the Ground Slam Ash of War. Rainbow stones. Those do come in handy. Alright, we can hear Blide howling away in Mistwood here. So in Mistwood ruins there are a couple things worth getting. This Smithing Stone 2 being one of them. Others being the Trina's Lilies. And there is the Axe Talisman there, but I'm just going to leave it for now. It ain't going anywhere. First things first, we'll grab this Site of Grace. Hey, rest at it because I want to upgrade my flash, not my flash charges. I want to add the green spill tier to the Wondrous Physic. And then we're not going to do anything in Fort Height. We're just going to rip up here, grab the gold seed and GTFO. Alright, so now that we got the golden seed here, we're going to head up over here. There is a bunch of the coffins that have gold runes in them. Alright, that's all of them, so now we're going to bail out and then run along this cliffside up here. and then take this spirit spring up to more coffins with gold runes. Alright, and then if we continue back along this side of the cliff line, until we find this little cross up here, we'll find the gold pickle foulfoot, which is something we need right now. And then right at this bridge here, if you just take a left, there is a somber smithing stone 1. Those are always good to get. I'm not going to bother fighting any of these turds.
Could you help us out, Cully?
Start box quest line.
Some clod. You were just... Thank you. I was pushed out of the... and I ended up as a... Oh, when they... And so this is all... I hope you... Or I can then... Right,
There we go.
Start knocking.
So that's done. Then we'll rip up here, grab this site of grace. And then we'll just head up past these swords here. And then there's this little Caden camp here. And we'll steal the Armor's Cookbook. Grab this site of grace. And then be on our way. Jump up the Spirit Spring, head over to the Artist Shack here, where we get smithing stone. We'll get this painting. Grab the grace site, and then we're gonna head on our way down to another one of those coffin sites. But this one actually, aside from having lots of gold runes, also has one of the most important cookbooks you can get in the game, which gives you the ability to make sleeping pots. And sleeping pots are pretty much essential for the Godskin fights, in my humble opinion. So there it is, the Fever's Cookbook 1. Alright, we'll finish grabbing these gold runes. And we're gonna head back to the site of grace we were just at, which was this one here. Then we're going to quickly rip down into Weeping Peninsula. There's a bunch of shit to get down there. That didn't work out too well in my favor. That donkey kick did more than my club attack did. Straight up great axe is in that carriage there. Pretty decent starting strength weapon. We're gonna get something better though. Just you wait. Alright. Grab this grace site. Then we're gonna rip up here. Grab this gold rune too. Get shot by an arrow apparently. Give that guy a little bitch smack. Then we'll head down here. So I like to just ride right across, draw out fire from that thing, and then just safely ride across. Pick up the 3 smithing stone ones. We'll pick up that stone sword key. Grab our grace site. And then continue into Weeping. I'm not going to start her quest line yet. It's not really much of a quest line to speak of. We're going to grab the Morning Star. And we'll grab that smithing stone too. Get going. Don't really need that Ash of War scarab. I mean, I guess I could be getting them and you can just sell Ashes of War for 300, but...
Vamos.
Alright, I'll just buy a smithing stone 2 off of him. I suppose I could have bought armor as well, but... the armor you buy off him kind of sucks. I'd much rather buy the armor at the round table hold. Alright. Grab that golden seed. Grab the Weeping Peninsula map. Then we're going to head back through these, or through this wall here, and then take a hard left. Alright, we've got all we need here. Now we're going to run into the church. grab this sacred tier and get out before we get devoured by rats. Then we're going to head back towards the merchant, but then we're going to take a left down the path, and then we're going to keep left, head over this way. Grab that Trina's Lily, pick up this Grace Site. See if I can't farm some quick armor here. It's not looking hopeful. Where's the other one? There he is. Nope, no love. Still gonna have to ride around in my manties a little bit longer. Oh, another Trina's Lily. Nice. So in this pot here is the Faith Knot Crystal tier. We might use that once or twice just to, if we need some faith to overcome a boss who might be particularly weak to holy or something. Alright, so we're going to make our way up to the Church of Pilgrimage, which is right here. Hop off our horse, grab our sacred tier. Grab a shield that we're not going to use, and we're going to grab that blood grease, which we are definitely going to use. Once again, I'm just going to try to see if I can farm some armor real quick here. Unsuccessful there. Not successful there. Well, that's a bummer. I was like 0 for 5 there. Alright, well, whatever. At the very least, we're just still stacking up runes. Alright, well I got a sword and a smithing stone I didn't want. Where's the last one? Whew. What do we got? Alright, well at least we got some pants. There we go. Sacred Tear. Rest at the grace site. Actually, we're not going to rest. We're just going to grab the grace site and then be on our way. Now we're going to rip over here, grab this grace site here. So you could get a good strength build going right off the bat with this merchant, with the purchase of the Zweihander. But I think we can do better. First, I just want the lantern. Grab these smithing stone 2s, and we'll leave the keys for now because we don't need them. Not yet anyways. So southeast of that merchant there is another area with the coffins containing gold runes. So we're gonna get that real quick. Try to avoid the bats, because I hate bats. Alright, so now that we're done that, we can then go back to
This way, Tarnish.
the Church of Ella.
I have a word. A pleasure I am the word. I'd heard
We'll
tell
talk
and
to
upon
Ronnie.
looking in the talk I surmise thou art for. I was entrusted by torrents for. 'Tis a bell of course summon them. The spirits will now. It is that. Forgive my doubt wish. How long will it be before the Tarnish tire of obeisance to the?
Wait, weren't you? Well.
Alright, so we'll talk to Kale here.
The howl of all. I suppose. Next time you don't fret. I just have. There are, if the move my people, which is why, but thanks, I think this makes up your people. Perhaps you don't see that no, we have a saying, lament not your, but that is our call, just the way we.
Alright, we'll pick up the crafting kit. All of his cookbooks. And we're not going to waste our money on that. Alright, so we're going to begin leveling up now. First and foremost, we'll get strength, get some vigor, and some endurance. We'll just go into strength. Okay, cool.
Wait, well, you're... Goodbye for now.
I'll level this thing up a few times. Rest here, and then we're going to level up some more. Alright. Then we're going to head back to the Rot View Balcony site of grace. And we're gonna just start trucking along through Caelid. Maybe I shouldn't have aggroed him. Alright, just off to the east of that grace site. Is where the path continues. Oof. Oof, my jump button almost malfunctioned there. I almost went right off the cliff. Alright. Grab this portion of the map here. Grab the gold rune 5. And then we're just gonna keep going southeast until we find the firewall, and then we're just gonna keep riding along the firewall until we find this big ass dragon right here. That guy, yeah, that guy right there. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into our menu here. And we're going to... I gotta finish equipping my menu, so the lantern there, whatever spirit summon I happen to be using, then I'm going to use the gold, actually I'm going to go with blood grease, then the gold pickle foul foot. And then I like to sit this little pocket here because then you don't start walking off as you're slashing away. And the goal with this thing is to constantly proc bleed on them. So we're going to put the blood grease on. There we go. There's another bleed proc. Another bleed proc. Oh, we're out of our blood grease, so time to reapply. And now it's probably pretty safe to pop the gold pickle foul foot, which will increase our ruins for defeating this guy. There we go, mission accomplished. Now we can sit down here and level up. There, we got 28 strength, and then we're going to put 20 vigor. Probably go to 15 endurance. And I think we're going to lean 1 into faith. So there we go. That's our stats right now. We got 20 vig, 13 mind, 15 endurance, 28 strength, and 10 in dexterity and intelligence, 11 in faith, and 10 in arcane. Happy with that. Alright, let's go get us the half of the Dectus medallion that operates the lift. And I gotta clean up our quick menu. And actually we could probably equip those. Okay. Cool. Alright. We got the Dectus medallion. And now we're going to go to the south of the Lookout Tower site of Grace. And we're just gonna rip all the way up here into the Morn Tunnel. What's the Ash of War on this? Kick. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and change that real quick. There we go. We'll put Ground Slam on there. It's not the best, but certainly not the worst either. Is there an Ash of War worse than Kick? What is down this way? One of these guys. Take him out real quick. Alright, we got the Exalted Flesh, and then if you go around here, just around to the backside, there is a Somberstone one. crap. No! Oh, okay. That's all I needed. Whew. Thought that was just about the end of me there. Alright. Let's go fight this guy here. Alright, he always does a 3 combo, and that's the end of his attacks. There we go. And that right there, folks, is the weapon that's going to carry us through till about mid-game. Alright, I just need to get to a quick grace site here. I think this one's the closest. And then we're going to tell Melina we're off to the Round Table Hold.
Very well. Let my hand rest upon you for but a moment.
You've met, then owing, I think, you the power. I serve that I might following those who live their merits, and so it is.
Alright, so...
Oh, welcome. I teach and explore so that one ensuring. By the way, you do. Most time you are swell.
I always like to pick up Flame Sling. It's nice to just have a projectile.
Ah, I'm, well, the honor of... By the way, she's my servant. Take your eyes off if you find her. Be sure to... She's a servant. She's been my... I've lost count of the number, honestly.
Alright.
You're a new nomad. Lay out your arms. Let's get sniffing. I see you've noted nothing special. I'm trapped. That's all there is. No, well, no grudge my being a... Besides, despite my decides, you know.
Alright. We're gonna talk to the smug little bitch Gideon.
Oh, this I can't remember the last time a new town. Very well, it is safe here. Allow me, you are a mere visitor to the round house. Remember you.
Actually, I should put that ground slam onto the anchor. There we go. Make sure we have the heavy infusion on it, so then it just scales purely off of strength, which is exactly what we want. All right, so I think we're going to hit the Stormhill Shack here. I got the foot soldier greaves. Can't seem to find anything other than pants. There we go, we got the Ash of War Wild Strikes. That's the one I actually want on this thing. Oh, we got some gloves. We're still going to be nipples out, but... Oh, jeez. I keep hearing a crossbow going off, but I don't see it anywhere. Yeah, maybe I should actually hit the round table hold again. Might want some armor. There we go. And maybe we'll buy the helmet too. Such a generic, shitty looking helmet, but whatever. That gets us to the 51 poise, but... Oh, it gets us to 51 poise, and we have a medium load, so that's good. Sweet. So I think we're going to throw wild strikes onto the rusted anchor. Just summon this guy. And then we're going to go fight Margit.
Foul tarnished. In search of the Elden Ring. Emboldened by the flame of ambition.
I was wondering when I was going to break his stance.
Smoldering with thy meager flame, cower in fear of the night. The hands of the fell omen shall brook thee no quarter.
I love how the guy's just like talking shit from the grave. All right, sweet. Suppose I could have leveled up there too. Oh yay. Gotta love the crows. If you've played Night Rain, you know exactly how annoying that Archer Knight is. Nope, that was not what I wanted to do. There we go. Now we're gonna get out of here. And make our way into the castle. Oh, that guy's using the Golem's halberd. I was considering using that as my weapon. But then I was like, I want this shit kicker instead. Whee! No trap ahead. Yeah, thanks, Tips. Alright, the Star Scourge heirloom is what we came here for. Definitely want that. We're going to have to unequip this again until we get some more endurance. Now, should we fight the lion? I kind of think we should. I think it's a great idea. I might regret those words, but we won't know that until we try. Oh, he got me. Oh, I wish I had a bleed affinity on this thing. This fight would be over by now. Anytime you want to give me a stance break, that'd be great. Oh yeah, right at the end of the fight. Alright, so we have all that. Now can't level up, but I'm going to take Wild Strikes off and go with Lion's Claw for now. And let's just start beating Limgrave, shall we? Alright, that Strength Not Crystal tier is pretty much our only buff that we have right now. But let's just see what we do here. Not too shabby. Yeah, we definitely just need to level this weapon up. So we only have it at level 2 right now, so... Goddamn rats, man. Alright. Moving this party along. So, ahead of time when you get on a lift, you can kind of look down. And as we can see, there's a light on this side, which means there's a platform you can jump off of, onto. And once again, oh, there's nothing here. Oh, there is down here though. A gold rune 1. Oh, that's nice. And a somber smithing stone 1. Okay, we are at the boss fight. And what is this? This is the Stone Digger Troll. We'll pick up the Roar Medallion for our troubles. And then from here, we're going to travel back up to the Stormhill Shack, Site of Grace. And then we're going to start making our way to Liurnia of the Lakes. Actually, I should probably rest up. Grab the sacred tear from the church. Not gonna bother talking to Thops because I don't need to just yet. Felt like I was getting some stick drift there on my controller. Must be in my head. Ugh. Man, I'm tired.
You're surprised no matter why, don't.
Alright, so he's good for the smithing stone 2s. Then we're gonna get on our way quickly. Grab this chunk of the map super fast. But first we gotta lure these guys away. Alright, so in those little gazebo things, there's always, well not always, there's usually smithing stones in them. And it's either smithing stone 2s or smithing stone 3s. And you'll get 3 every time. So those are well worth checking out. And also popping these balloons. You get a gold rune 6. So that is also well worth your time. So this one over here has smithing stone 3s in it. But it's also guarded by lobsters, so, you know, proceed with caution. Lobsters will fuck your day up. Alright. So we got that site of grace, we got that chunk of the map. Now we're just going to ride through the Academy Gate Town, get this gold seed, some smithing stones, and then be on our way. There's the gold seed. And then if we just rip through here, we'll get some smithing stones right behind this crab. And then if we just follow along the building and then hang a right here at the corner, there is more coffins with gold runes in them. And there's also some poison waiting for you there too, so there's that. Oof, that was close. Yeah, never turn down the Trina's lilies, that's for sure. Grab this grace site here. And then we'll just grab our key for Raya Lucaria, because we're right here. I have no desire to stay here and be a hero and take on the dragon that is so far overpowered for our level, our current level. So that's a hard pass. Oh yeah, I'm poisoned. I totally forgot about that. I was not paying attention at all. That is all good. Alright, there's our loot, no harm done. These guys are assholes. There we go, some more smithing stone 3s. More Trina lilies. And more gold rune coffins, so definitely a good spot to hit up on the map. And I think that is all the gold runes. Yes, it is. Speaking of gold runes, you can just head straight over here. There's plenty of these balloons to pop and get gold rune 6s. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to address my controller. It seems to be sticking quite a bit. It's not a problem just yet, but definitely can definitely get far worse than this. And yeah, I don't need to appear any crappier at this game than I already am, so. Alright, so now that we got all those gold runes, we'll head up the shore here. Grab the final piece of the Liurnia map. And because it's right here, we'll just grab this grace site real quick, and then we're going to head back to the round table and significantly level up our weapon. Actually, I suppose I could just level it up right here. Look at that.
I presume. Oh, I am an old Koto here, perhaps.
I don't really want to concern myself with that right now. Oh yeah, see, I'm not even touching my controller. Alright, so now that our weapon has been leveled up, what are we? +8? So let's see, we're doing 301 damage per second. That's okay, but it could be a lot better. So we need 6 more smithing stone 3s. I know just the place to get them. Might as well finish where I started. Okay, there we go. Just around this corner here. And if we go under this broken bridge, on the other side, you'll see one of those corpses in a chair. And there will be a Somber Stone 3 right there. So if you need to acquire a Somber Stone 3, that's where it is. We are going to head way over here. And we're going to go into this cave. Why am I not two-handing? There we go. Much better. Hey, we don't need the gestures. Just open the damn chest. Thank you. Down a flask, grab these smithing stone 3s, and then these guys with the magic stones, take them out before they just become a huge pain in your balls. I don't necessarily need to keep taking these guys out, but no. There we go. And you have cracked crystal. I don't want to bother with that. So we'll keep cruising along. I just want to see something. So 3 smithing stone 3s. We want 6 of them. Not happening, bro. Alright, so we got 4 smithing stone 3s. Make that 5. We just need 1 more. Send that lift up to the top just in case bad stuff happens. Ooh, a smithing stone 1. Not playing with that. Crystal knife, in case you were wondering where a crappy intelligence scaling weapon is. Now you know. If you'd like to know where 10 better intelligence scaling weapons are, I can tell you that too. In fact, we're going to go see one really shortly here. Guy's just watching me like murder his boys and just like does nothing about it. Ice cold, bro. Alright, there we go. We got a shitload of smithing stone 3s. We could leave, but we've come this far, so we might as well just do the boss fight. Somber Stone 3, well worth the jump. And a Somber Stone 1. So, we'll hit our strength not tier there. And get right to it. These things don't do so well against heavy weapons. Oh, I love it. And that gives us the Smithing Stone Miner's Bell Bearing 1, which allows us to buy Smithing Stone 1 and 2s, as many as we want, from the Twin Maiden Husks at the Round Table Hold, once we give them that bell bearing. Now that we've done that, we'll go to the Rot View Balcony Site of Grace. Actually, we should go to the round table first. Just so we can level up our anchor here.
Well, I took you no matter. Lay out your arm. The girl you brought, she's cracked. She has it. I saw it in her eye.
Alright, there we go. So, 316, not bad.
Greeting, my name is Roderica. Isn't this the round table? I never knew the although I'm still looking. You're telling I don't believe. If I do, I suppose I'll ask my certainly. I know I can tell.
Alright. We're just going to progress that little
Back already.
storyline so we can
The girl. Are you out of your mood? Stay with it. Absurd. I refuse to. I don't doubt.
Alright, there we go. Do we have anything to sell you? Yeah. There we go. So what we're going to want to do is level up. Probably get 17 endurance. '29 strength. I'm going to go into faith a little bit more. Okay, there we go. So now, from the Rot View balcony, we're going to head in the south direction. Oh, you piece of shit. There we go. Somber Smithing Stone 2. Now the reason we're in this tunnel is to get Somber Stone Force. Now this guy is super aggro and does quite a bit of damage, honestly, so you're going to want to try to be pretty aggressive with him so he doesn't just have his way with you. Dude, I drank my flasks. Oh, man, that was close. That was still harder than I had to be. For sure. Silver fireflies are good because they help you craft silver pickled fowl feet, which are really important if you're trying to farm a certain piece of armor or a weapon of some kind. What do you got? Smithing stone 2. Don't really need that. Another gold pickled fowl foot. Always handy. Another smithing stone 4. Damn. Love how this body just drops right in front of this guy. He's like not even phased. He's just like, yeah, that's a phase. Alexander, what up, dude?
This was supposed. What's going on here? Well, gosh. It's time for the festival. Doesn't the...
Sure, buddy. Sure. Let me just see something here. Inventory. So we got 8 smithing stone 4s from that, which is pretty good. I don't think I missed any. I may have, though. I always thought there was more than that in here, but... Oh yeah, there it is. There's one. And I think you can get them from defeating these guys here. In the meantime, we'll take on the Magnum Worm. Let him have his little temper tantrum here. Oh, damn. That is very uncharacteristic of me. I have my way with these guys usually. Wait, that didn't sound good. All right. Well. I don't remember your stance being that hard to break, bro. I'm not going to get up there in time. We're just going to sit here and chop away. There we go. And this boss fight is how you get the Moonveil Katana, which is an S tier Dex intelligence weapon. Probably top 10. We'll say top 15 in the game. I feel like I talk a lot about weapons and always put them in the top 10, and I think I've exceeded my top 10 already. Alright, so we still need more smithing stone 4s. And I know just the place to get them. Not sure if I can jump down there. I can jump down here though. Perfect. And basically where we're heading is right down here. And this is where we'll pick up the remainder of our smithing stone 4s. So here we'll pick up another golden seed. Another grace site just up here. And there's also a smithing stone 5. Alright, so straight into this cave here. Get our first smithing stone 4 there. Second. Now because we got 9 in the other cave, we really only need to get 3 out of here, but we'll try to collect them all. There we go. I've already got 4, so we already got what we need. But when we go up here, we can grab another smithing stone 5, so that'll help us progress even further. Now we'll take this all the way up. Go all the way up. Well, shout out to Fat Joe. There we go, that's another one. And just be careful in here because there's these little shits. Their little halberd that they have is probably one of my favorite looking weapons in the entire game. Hey! There we go. Somberstone 4. So... we'll grab this grace site. And then head back to the round table hold. Further level up our weapon.
Well, I took you no matter to lay out your own.
And we can level up again, so we could just go straight up strength. Confirm. But we want this build to be a little more devastating than that, so... let's grab a couple of things. Oh, I still have my tag here? Yeah, I do. Okay. So right in front of the Rose Church is this little fella right here. Ah. And that's where we get the Blood Flame Blade incantation, so now we can buff our weapon with that. There, that should disappear now. And we'll just ride in here, grab the cookbook, be on our way. Maybe smack those guys around a little bit. Alright, we're going to grab this grace sight. And then we'll rest here so we can equip our Blood Flame Blade. And there we go. Might as well equip the fireball too. And then we're going to go to Margit the Fell Omen's Site of Grace. And we are going to leave the live stream here. We're going to pick up again tomorrow morning. So tune in tomorrow morning. Thank you to everybody who watched. If you get any value from today's video, please drop a like and consider subscribing. And leave a comment on this video if there's anything you want to see in the progression of this build. And until then, I will talk to you guys later. Cheers.